Okay, it says we're live. So welcome everybody to my noon show every weekday where I go through some kind of something on Facebook, show you how to do it, some fun thing. So today we're going to talk about adding graphics and how to make graphics, find graphics. There's a few tricks to the trade with that. So with that, I will go ahead and sign in down below. And whoop, I forgot to turn my, I got it, I'm monitoring it to make sure it's working on another computer. So make sure you sign in and say hi and where you're from, and if you have questions, you want me to cover something or go back over something, let me know, and I'll just keep an eye on the comments section there and get back and answer your questions. I want this to be interactive. So just let me know. Okay, now let me go to screen share. And let's start in Facebook. And I'll go to, let's start in graphics. Now I just made this new graphic for my fan page, and I'll show you how I did that. I did it in PicMonkey. PicMonkey, there's also Canva. There's several out there, but I think the most popular ones right now are Canva, which is canva.com, and PicMonkey. Now, there's several different ways you can start it from here. Let's see, collage. All right, when you select these, you've got the option to make it for Facebook. So let's make a Facebook cover. You just go straight to the Facebook cover. And if you've got pictures you want to add, then, okay, hang on. For some reason I'm sorry. Yeah, here we go. All right. Let's open up some pictures and let's pick a picture. All right, I'll do one like it's for my farm. Okay, so I opened up a farm picture. Now we can add text to it, and it'll open up the text, and then you say add text, and it puts a box down here. Now you can do all kinds of stuff with this. Just start typing. Old Oak Farm is the name of my farm, and you can let me just double check. Okay. You can have it left justified, centered, right justified. I usually center because it's usually a title. You can go in and select the size of font that you want, or you can use this handy dandy little, let me get it. It's not selected. Come on. There we go. You can use this little scale to that way you can fine tune it for your space. So, okay, now it went into 2 lines. Well, that's easy to fix. You click on it to where you get your box, and now I can make this longer. I can make it bigger, and it will adjust as I make it bigger. Let's move it around a little bit, or I'll put it up here. Okay, now we can change the color of the font over here by just moving this around. Get something really, really wild, lime green. Woohoo, chartreuse. Okay, and blend. I haven't played much with that. Oh, yeah, get in here and just start messing with it and see what it does to it. Let's just stick with normal for right now. And that flips it right and left, and this flips it upside down. So if you want to do something upside down, you got that option. Now let's play with some fonts. Whoop, I got to get it off of that. Okay, now I got my font selected, and you can use theirs or you can use your own. and it'll pick it up from your computer. So just go in here and go wild. What do you want it to look like? They have lots and lots of fonts in here, and of course you can go to your own computer and pick up your fonts. Now the ones with the little crowns next to them, that's a pro feature. So unless you actually pay PicMonkey, because this is free, to be a pro member, you can't use those, but there's still plenty here. And again, you can go to your computer and pick your own ones there. That doesn't seem to be. Okay, let's see what else. They've got, I'll just scroll through these really quick. You can see there's all different kinds. Ultra, if you want something big and bold. Chelsea Market. They've got ones that are a little more like font, script, and there's some that are really scripty. I like School Bell. I've used that one before. And here's the ones that are script. A lot of those are pro, but there's still plenty in there. Displays, if you want it to look like, that's kind of more like a theater look. That one's, I picked one that was pro. It'll let you know. Down come. That's got a kind of a more rustic look to it. I've used Fujimura, a little more blocky. So there's all kinds of stuff in here. And they got some scary ones in here too. Yeah, here we go. There's some spooky ones. It's good for Thanksgiving. Drawing blood. Flavors, that's a kind of a cute one. I've used that one before as well. So it depends on whether you want it to be real professional looking, if you want it to be fun looking, just what kind of look you're looking for. Okay, so I got my header, and that's on there. But now I want to have some kind of message on here, so you just hit add text again and start typing. Whatever message you want on there. Let's make that centered again. And now let's get the box going. And there's your bottom text. And we can make that bigger, different colors. Or you can move it around this way. And make it bigger or smaller this way as well. So that's another way you can do it. And then again, play around with the font. Then when you're done with it, you just click Save, and it'll give you, name your file and you tell it where to go on your computer, and it'll save it. Now, if you save it and then you think you might be making some changes, don't close it. Because once you close it, you're going to have to start from scratch again. So leave it open for a while in case you think of something else you want to add, or you want to make a couple different variations on it. And then now I can go, even if I'd saved it, I could still, it's interactive. I can still go in and select different things. Now what I didn't go through was there's different croppings. You can resize. You can just play with this. If I wanted to kind of change how it's cropped, I can do that, and select what I want to come out. That looks balanced, got all the chickens and the cows in there that are in my chicken pen. I'm not sure why they kept going in there, but they're moved now, so that won't work. And then you can apply it or cancel it. So let's just click apply for grins, and that changed that photo. And here's effects that you can add to it. If it's, for something like this, I wouldn't add an effect, but you can add effects. Oh, I picked another royal one. Let's see here. Ooh, that made it kind of yellow. Let's see, basic dark edges. If you want to, yeah, some of this is kind of cool. The dark edging, we can apply that. Well, let me go back to the dark edges. What you can do with this is they always have some kind of buttons where you can make the intensity greater or lower, how much is actually darkened. You can make it really small or really big. So there's a lot to work with there. So you can soften the picture, you can boost the picture. You just go in there and play. It's just a lot of fun. There's a frost feature that does the opposite of the dark edges. And sepia, oh, that, no, we don't want to do that. That makes it look old-fashioned. But that might be the right look for what you're doing. And again, just go through all these. Broken shapes. I mean, there's just tons of stuff in here. Okay, so now if you've got people and you're working with pictures of people and stuff, you can do all kinds of stuff with them and adding things to it, and you can grow whiskers. It's just a lot of fun. Text, we did that already. Overlays, that's things that you can add. Whoop, I did that again. I'm always doing that. Okay, so now we can add a text box somewhere. So my chickens are saying, oh, and then I would have to add a text box on top of it. I can change the size of it, but I can have my chickens say, what the heck are they doing in there? And you just add a text box over the top of it, and there you go. You made yourself a little comic. What else is, oh, let me cancel out that so we can see it better. Okay, well, you can, like I said, just get in here and play. Frames, you can do a lot of neat things with frames. Simple edge, that adds the box to it. You can do rounded corners. And then you have to clean off the edges or add color to the edges. Museum mat, that's real formal looking. So that's a lot of fun stuff there. And textures. I don't know what that's going to do. That won't really work with this picture, but it works well on a lot of other things. So you can add textures to it. And they got some new Halloween stuff I haven't even looked at. But again, you can play with that. So that's PicMonkey for doing a Facebook profile picture. I'm going to go ahead and save this just for grins. And we'll apply it to our, let's see, where do I want to put it in Facebook pictures. Okay, just so I know where I put it. I'll save that. And then we'll go to Facebook. I'll go to my farm page. And then you go to change cover. That happens to be the picture that's already on there. And upload your picture because it's on your computer. And it should be, there it is. Okay, so when I select it, it's going to plop it up there. There we go. I got the, because I was horsing around with the size, I got the sizing a little off, but you can drag it around and get it to show up. Now, the good thing is that since I see what I did to it, I can go back and fix it to get it to all show up. I'm going to cancel that. Okay, another thing I wanted to show you was how to create YouTube banner. So what you do with that is, if you want to change it, go to you have to be on my channel so your banner shows up, and then you get your little edit button, and you select edit channel art, and down here it says how to create channel art. So you select that, and down here it'll say, let me scroll in a little bit so you can see. Go down a little ways, and it says you can download the template here. And this is the one, you don't want the Photoshop on, unless you're working in Photoshop. You select the channel art template, and it will take you eventually. Whoop, I wasn't paying attention. It's down here. It downloaded it. This one I'll just... all right. Then you can go back into PicMonkey, and when you go to open, go to your downloads, and there's probably different ways of doing this. This is the way I do it. And here it's showing, because I had already downloaded this. Here it shows the template. So you open the template. Now this is really cool. This is your template, because on YouTube it depends on how you're looking at it. If you're this is the smallest desktop picture that it will use. If you're on a tablet, it's going to use this next one that's a little bit wider. And if you're on a maximum desktop one, it's going to use this whole space. So what you do is start with your text, add text, and we'll do Old Oak Farm. And I won't get fancy with this. I've already shown all that. Let's just make it a little bigger. Oop, come on. There we are. Just turn up a little bit. Well, that one's not quite. There it is. All right. I can bring this in a bit. Now, if you want to, another thing you can do, if you want to tilt it, you can tilt it one way or another. Have that effect, just for visual effect. But now remember, on YouTube there's the little profile box up here, so you don't want to put anything in this space, or if you do, you want to make sure it's something that can be covered up. Okay, so I put Old Oak Farm, and I'm going to add some more text and say visit us here. Just do that real quick, and we'll center that and just move, whoop, okay, move it down, visit us here. Okay, now if you want to add, I think it's effects. I get the effects and the, well, maybe it's overlays. Yeah, it's overlays. Now if you want to add bubbles, if you want to add arrows, you can add an arrow. Let's just select an arrow. I don't want one that's that big. Let's do this one instead. Oh, it doubled them up. We can get rid of that one. Okay, we'll select this one. I don't want it quite that big. Make it a little smaller and move it there. So you can add whatever you want here. Happy icons. No. Yeah, let's just add. Okay, I need to quit playing because we're running out of time. Okay, so you've got a few overlays on there, and then you go to, I think it's textures. No. It's the one with, hang on. There it is, the pencils. So you want to be in effects, and then you go almost to the bottom, and there's a draw. And you want to keep it on the white, and you want to make your circle as big as you can. Oh, it's not doing it. Oh, there we go. I just wasn't clicking. Okay, now I can erase all this other stuff, and it won't erase what I put on there already. Okay, now I have a blank slate. So you want to place everything first on your template, and then erase the background. Now what you can go in and do is, yes, I want to apply the draw, is go in and add your textures, stars or different, just again, there's just all kinds of stuff here to pick from. Clouds. Oop, I picked another premium one. Water. Get dots. So you can get yourself your background. And I'm not sure if you really want to use this isn't going to do much. Yeah, you can add a frame, but these aren't going to show, because if you remember, what's going to show is just what's in the middle here. And so this is just like before. You go and oh, I picked another one of those. Pick your background. And add whatever you want to. Keeping in mind that what's going to show is just in the center. Then you do just like we did before. You click Save, and then you go to, I'm going to cancel out of here. Well, you go to this slide. You go to where we selected Edit, and then you upload your picture and select it. And then when you get it on here, then you move it around, make sure it's moved around just like in Facebook, and there you have it, your own special little YouTube banner, because it's an odd shape. So at first I'm like, whoa, what do we do? But once I found that template, that makes it so much easier. And you can see down here, that's my whole picture. I put the starburst in it. I added, this is actually an overlay. It's a special little star with a starburst. And this was just a little banner thing that I found down there and added. So I changed my color on my name to be a little different from the text there. So let me see if I have any questions. No? Thank you, Becky. She's loving the training. So that's it for today. I hope you had fun and can now go and have fun and create all kinds of fun pictures. Let me stop sharing and get back so I can see you. And I need to go to, hey, there I am. Okay, forgot to move back. All right. So if you want to request any information, there's 3 green buttons below this screen, and you can request information. If you'd like to find out about my training services, hit the training services button. And that's also, well, the newsletter I think is on that sheet, but if you just want to go straight to the newsletter sign-up form, click on the green newsletter sign-up form. And if you're watching this through YouTube and not through my Facebook page, then I'll leave the links in the text and you can pick the links from there. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you got a lot out of it, and we'll see you tomorrow.